Welcome everyone, and today's video is about chucking out everything that I decided to clear out from my house, the 120 items, and take it to the tip. But prior to that, I wanted to show you this light that we got. We got it from Sports Direct. It was 70% off, and I was really excited about it, and I really wanted to put it up in the kitchen. So I'm just going to show you that briefly before we do the tip run. We're also going to be talking about ruptured ovarian cysts and singing to the toilet. Yeah, so if it's not your kind of humour, I'd suggest coming off now, because I've got a toilet brain and I like to share it. And that's what's happening today. I'm currently sat in Sainsbury's car park. Just dropped my son off at the college because he's enrolling today. And it says on the thingy that it could take up to 2 hours. Could take up to 2 hours. And I thought, wow, what if it takes half an hour? He's down there, he's on time, you know. What if it takes half an hour? By the time I've driven home, I've got to go back again. So I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to park up at Sainsbury's car park, do my voiceover, head into Sainsbury's, see if I can find something to munch and whatnot. That's a train going past. Yeah, you might hear some strange noises down there. Yeah, and I need to get fuel because we're supposed to be going to France tomorrow. And I need to fill up the tank. Yeah, we're supposed to be going to France. We've also had a text message come through from DFDS to say that there is up to a 2-hour delay. Prepare for it tomorrow. And we're like, brilliant, which means we've got to leave earlier. Now, I'm still suffering with the pain of a ruptured cyst. So I went to the tip. Wasn't feeling very well. Kept coming over like really hot, clammy, like temperature feeling. You know when you've got a temperature and you get that horrible heady, almost nauseous kind of feeling? I was feeling like that. And I had pain in my left side. It was twinging. It was like a period pain. And I was like, this is really odd because I don't get them anymore. I haven't had one since 2019 due to I think it's the marina coil I've got. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, so I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not liking this. It hurts. It's like a period kind of stitch that I had. And I was like, I carried on doing the tip, and it suddenly dawned on me that for the last 3-4 nights I've been waking up between 1 and 3 in the morning. A lot of dust in there, a lot of dust, dirty dust, feeling like I desperately need a wee, and it would really hurt, like before I went, like the pain in my sides would be really, really painful, and it would take a good 1 to 3 minutes to actually finally have a wee. I'm sharing this because, you know, us women, we go through this kind of thing, and sometimes it feels like you're going through it alone. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm sharing it. But I thought, oh, maybe it's that. Oh no, maybe it's my kidney. Maybe I've got a urinary issue. I don't know. Anyway, the pain got worse after the tip. It got really bad. Like sitting still made it worse. If I just gently walked around, it wasn't as bad, but just sitting there just felt like I had acid burning and stabbing on my left side. It was just between it was left of the belly button, between the base, the bottom of my rib, and why am I getting whatnot text messages come through? Why? I don't even know what whatnot is. What is whatnot? What the hell is whatnot? I need to check that, because what if it's some scam? What if someone's trying to sign me up to something that I don't want? It was between my rib cage and my hip bone, and it was right left of the belly button, you know? So that's about where it was. And it just felt like hot burning acid. And when I was in the car, it felt like every bump was making acid splash around in there. It was awful, to say the least. Kept making me feel sick, and I kept having like hot flashes, sweats. Don't park next to me. It's too tight. Go away with your Dacia. Yes. And he's gone. Just tried to pull up next to me, right? It's a tight squeeze. The car park is empty. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah, I was just brushing off all the guinea pig blankets so I can put them in the wash. Yeah, so it got worse. I thought, I'm going to have to get checked. I'm going to have to, because it's actually really, really bad. And so basically, I get them a lot, but I've practically always got ovarian cysts, but they don't always rupture. But I've had a few rupture, and they're nasty. They're nasty bad boys, I tell you. they're in there bobbing around inside the ovaries or on the outside of the ovaries, just there hanging on like a cliffhanger, like a boogie hanging out your nose, just sitting there. And then one decides to go, we're gonna explode. And then when they do, they're very painful. They can be quite mild pain, because I don't want to, I don't want to scare the life out of people. They can be like a mild pain, but they can be really, really bad. So I would say this one that I've experienced has been between mild and really bad. I'm saying slap bang right in the middle. So basically, yeah, it's burst, and there's still cyst in there. It just needs to come out. But it is, I can safely say that it's definitely coming out. And I'm not very comfortable. I still feel giddy. I still feel sicky. I still feel very uncomfortable, and it feels like I've got a continuous achy, acidy cramp on the left side of my abdomen, my ovary, fallopian tubes, whatever, that area. And I'm not happy about it, because tomorrow's going to be a very long day. But still getting this light up. I'm cleaning everything prior. I've cleaned the wall, I've cleaned the clock, I've cleaned all the railing area, I've cleaned the knife rack thing and all the knives that go on it. I'm going all out. Clean the shelf. My kind of bar, that is. I don't drink alcohol because of my health. I can't. It sets the issues I've just been saying, and also fibro and stuff. It just sets it off. So there's no point. I don't get any enjoyment out of it. It just makes me more mental than I already am. And not only that, I don't like being sick or feeling sick. So it's just not an enjoyable thing for me. I think wine is foul. I don't know how anyone could even take a sip of that stuff. It's like, no. The only drink that I really like is Stella. I love a cold Stella. And I always think about it in the summer on a nice hot evening when you're chilling in the garden. Or we've gone to a pub and we sit in the pub garden, and I'm there with my orange juice, and I'm like, it would be nice. Would be nice. I had a shandy, right? This summer, for the first time in I don't know how long, it was a fraction of Stella. And when I say a fraction, I'm like, what the amount you'd add milk to your tea, that amount. The rest was lemonade. I was literally like, I feel a bit wobbly. I don't feel right. That's how little alcohol my body consumes. So I'm showing you that there because I didn't finish doing the light. Yeah, £7 we got this for. A bargain. Yes, a bargain, Gabby. I know, you say it. I didn't finish it because we were going to Southbound Festival. And we only stayed an hour. We stayed an hour. Because it all went a bit funny. My friend was supposed to come, and she got the dates wrong, so she didn't take the time off work. She booked the wrong weekend off work. So it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. So we went down for an hour. I thought, check it out, see what it's like. And got the hell out of there and went to Tesco. But I did buy a funny hat, and I'm not going to put it up on there. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably would have seen it. Now going to the toilet. This is funny, because I found this hilarious. I really did. I know it's not right. But anyway. So I'm up early in the morning and I'm still really raw in my stomach because of the cyst situation. And I'm needing to go to the toilet. Not a wee-wee. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Oh, I love it so much. I love it. We had a thunderstorm last night. Me and Alex were up at 3 a.m. with that light on, out there like nutters, making ham rolls. We're like, I went, do you fancy a ham roll? It was pitch black silent, just that little red light on. Everyone was asleep. Thunderstorm rolling around. And Alex went, yeah, I could eat a ham roll. I was like, let's have a ham roll. We're whispering away, eating these ham rolls during a thunderstorm, like little ferrets. Oh, it was so funny. So funny. Anyway, I put a shade up there as well. And prepping for the tip. This is the day that the pain all started and kicked off. Simba there always tries to get in the car and just relax. He just relaxes in there. He loves it. Throughout the summer when I was leaving the windows open, because otherwise it was like a greenhouse getting in it, he would just be in there most of the day, just chilling. Like, that's his car. But yeah, back to the toilet situation. So I've got Alex and Elliot sat in the front room. Oscar is eating his cereal in the other room, getting himself prepped for his college thing this morning. Nick's gone to work, and the other two upstairs are still asleep. And I was desperate to go, but I couldn't because I was in so much pain that you can't really go as freely, should I say, trying to keep this subtle. But then the songs came, so I started singing "You Are Always on My Mind," and I could hear Alex go, "What?" the phone. So that's the pre-poop song, because it's been on my mind that I need to go and I can't go because I'm in pain. So that was being sung. And then when you sit down and you settle to remove such thing from such body, that's when the Sabaton comes in. So I was singing Made of Steel, and then I was singing Bismarck. Now Bismarck usually gets it going. So I'm on the toilet and I'm like, "Pride of a Nation." But I changed the lyrics slightly. I like to change it to, instead of King of the Ocean, it's I go, "Plop in the ocean." And I'm like, "Please come out, please come out." And it worked. It finally worked. Anyway, once it's out, then comes James Blunt. Every time. This is the standard. So I started going, "Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend." And then I could hear the boys. They were like, "What is going on in there?" I was in hysterics. So I went to the front room and I looked at them, and it's just these eyes staring at me like in shock. And I was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And they were like, "What was that?" And I said, that is how you go for a poop. You sing to it. You got to sing to your once company, now to be floating out in the ocean. Yeah. And that made me laugh. You know, it gets things going when you just can't go. But I'm putting all the wood in first, you know, getting back to normality. Putting all the wood in first. Yeah, I like to organise it. This is what I do. I organise. When Nick says I've loaded the car for the tip, I instantly feel the drain from my brain and my body. It just goes, because I know he doesn't sort it. So I know I've got a hell of a job on the other end. And it stresses me out, really stresses me out. I like to organise it so that all the wood's in one section, so that when I get to that bit in the boot, I know I'm just going to the wood container. All the clothing bags in one section, all the household waste for one, the metal in another. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I do it. That's how I roll when I go to the tip. And I get the job done in minutes. I'm not even joking. I am rapid speed at that tip. Rapid. And yeah, I have it sorted. And I make sure that all the stuff that is going to be donated to the charity shop is in place as well. I can see it. I can just hand it straight over and say, "Is this any good for the charity shop?" And if they say yes, they'll take it. If they don't, then I can just take it to the general waste or whatever. So yeah, getting it all organised. I spend a bit of time out here. You know, this is where I spend most of my time during the tip run, is sorting it all out for the car, making sure it's all hunky-dory. Oh my God, I'm getting that hot rush again. I have been informed that all is okay. I've just got to wait it out. But obviously if it gets worse, then I need to go back down straight away. I mean, the pain's not getting worse. It's just lingering. And every now and again, it just makes me have this sudden rush of like a hot rush. And it makes me feel a bit sick. I don't like it. I'm having it at the moment. I don't like it. This video was meant to go up yesterday, but my cyst decided otherwise. It decided no. My sister. I don't know what's wrong with me. I know I need help. Who was it? One of the boys said to me last night, "Why is it that when you..." Because I was feeling really down. I said I needed to listen to some Sabaton. I need to. And then I started Googling. Oh, Elliot likes listening to Olivia Rodrigo. He loves her. So he got stuff for his birthday. He got some of her stuff. Anyway, there was a lyric that came up in the chorus. It said, "Last night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet." And I was like, oh, I can relate to that. I can relate to that. Yeah. Because I wake up throughout the night and I just think, well, I'm just going to search Joachim. And I just Google him. Search him. And that's all I do. Not like search him as in stalk search. I just search him so I can see him. That's it. I'm like, oh yeah, but see, I like a chubby Joachim, you know. I mean, he's lovely all round, you know, when he's lost weight, when he's gained weight, when he's, you know, however. But I like a bit of a chubby Joachim. Yeah. So I specifically search for like I Emperor video where he's got a bit of pound on him there. I'm like, oh, hello Joachim. Yeah, so I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah, that was it. One of the boys said, why is it you always want to search or listen to Sabson when you're feeling rotten? And I said, 'cause it's like a comfort. It is my comfort. And then I turned around and they said, oh, it's really weird that you search Joachim on the internet. I said, no, it's not in a weird way. He's like a teddy bear. That's what I told them. I said, he's like my teddy bear, you know? You have a teddy bear and you like to give it a squeeze and a snuggle. That's what that's like. That's how I see it. Comfort bear. Well, they're like, okay, all right. And they're just looking at me like I'm literally not right, but they're used to it, you know? I just saw some guy loading up his car and I thought it was my dad. Yeah, I often see him down here. I mean, we just literally walk in separate directions, but I do see him down here. It scares me how much I'm like him, visually. Yeah, but some people say they look more like my mum, you know, but don't see her either. Anyway, tip run is done. Yes, this is all I've got left. I've got to get some big sacks so I can clear all the garden waste, and that's what I'm going to be doing next. I hope you're all really good. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you lovely people in my next one.